Hello, my name is Alexandr Chevtaev. I'm a tech entrepreneur, very much working in the blockchain space in the last 7 years. We've been developing different companies in the Web3 space. We've been developing solutions for the corporations. We've been investing in crypto startups, being quite active in the Web3 space in general. Right now I'm here in the office of XRPL Commons, where I represent IE University, where I also teach blockchain in the business world, technological innovation, and we have now a joint program which is called Global Gateway Program between IE and XRPL. Today I wanted to give a little bit of advice and guidance for the Web3 startups, and more specifically for the crypto startups who are just at the early stage of their entrepreneurial journey. What are the things that you guys should pay attention to when you're defining your business model, when you're defining your market problem, and have in mind some potential solution with the Web3, right? So first of all, it's very important to understand the potential market size, or more specifically the size of the problem, right? And when you speak about the size of the problem, always try to formulate it in some sort of financial value, right? For example, you say this is the target market we're focusing, so this is the specific case, maybe some companies currently are losing money, right? And this is your market opportunity. Or you're saying okay, this is, we're creating some additional value, additional service for the companies, or maybe you're even creating a new market. And that's potentially, benefit that we're bringing to the companies that they will be willing to pay for. It's very important that this potential market size is big enough. And then when you, for example, go, more specifically, so imagine you have defined your overall size of the market. It could be also a territory, sector, right? You always start small with something very specific. I mean small, not in terms of the market size, but in terms of be very specific on what you want to do first, right? Within your MVP, and then with the opportunity how you scale it. So imagine you have defined your niche, where initially your solution will be around. And then again, when you're thinking of the potential launching how you're going to launch the product. So you say, okay, this is my target user base. So you very specifically define who is the user, who are your clients. And then again, you already know what's their potential problem, and then you also have the cost, right? So there is a size of their problem, and this is the cost for them, for example, for integrating your solution, for launching, for using your solution. And this cost also shouldn't be complicated or big enough, or expensive enough, right? So because the potential value always have to be greater. Because very often what we see, within different startups, and even within the consulting, within the corporate sector, you have a lot of vague, not specific enough arguments, but they're not always resulted formulated in the form of financial value. So that's very important to consider. And then again, let's get to the point of the crypto startups, because that in the Web3 business, right, you may have a traditional business model, so you can have an application where users are paying for some service or whatever, but then you may also be willing, so if you are classified as a crypto startup, so probably you're gonna have your own token, right? So you're gonna have, you probably are tokenizing your business model, so you're gonna have your own fungible token. Looking at the crypto market, guys, right? I mean, if we take a look at the, most exciting projects, and we take a look at the utility of those projects, even if the utility is very strong, currently the market is highly speculative, right? If I take yesterday's volumes of trading volumes of Ethereum and other big project where the token is really used for its utility, and I look at the overall buying pressure, the demand on the buy side of the token, the percentage of the buys which were really made for the purpose of utility probably will be very low, right? Less than 1%, probably much less than 1%, which means that market is still very highly speculative. So on one hand, utility is very important, because that's what makes users and investors believe that, okay, there is really a business case, and when the Web3 concept of like decentralized internet really grows, there will be like a utility-based demand for your token, right? But speaking about like short midterm, we see that again, like crypto market is very speculative. And even, you know, like the growth of such things as like meme coins like demonstrates it, right? Because like on one hand, yeah, you see it's something like it doesn't have utility, like it's something completely like stupid, funny, and even like all these like websites, you know, behind the meme coins, they usually claim it very openly. But on the other hand, you should understand those. So these are the basically like the representation of the retail community. So these are your potential, you know, like basically buyers of your token. So why I'm speaking about all this is that because like we have seen like a lot of mistakes when you may have like you may have very experienced team in the business domain, right? But then you may be lacking experience and understanding of how the crypto market works. So it's very important that in your team and within your like business and go-to-market strategy, you take care of both components. So we have initially described, okay, how you take care of your initial, you know, like business model, like your value proposition. You understand like the market solution and how you deliver the value. And then on the crypto side, again, take care about your tokenomics, right? If necessary, do some stress testing. So use those like some of the companies, they can simulate, you know, literally like run millions of scenarios to estimate what happens with your token under certain market conditions and the certain user base. And then like again, so understand how the crypto market works, like which exchanges you're gonna list it to, what will be like the price of that, which market makers to work with. Should you control liquidity or not? In the beginning, I advise you that you do control the liquidity, right? So like a lot of market makers, they will offer you like the option model where they do lend you liquidity, which is like a very good model later on, like when your cap is really like very high. Initially, if you're like kind of like, you know, like a small startup, you're just making your first steps and you're just getting listed. So your token generation event TG is just coming. It's nice that you control the liquidity, right? So you basically can have more control over the price. Yeah, so and then again, guys, like the crypto community is very important because you may have like an amazing product, but again, like, and you know, there are a lot of these like funny sayings like price drives the narrative, which is indeed true, because if you do your work well with the crypto community and they're like hyped enough, you do communicate with them, you do understand, you know, like, yeah, you're like feeling them, right? You're using the right channels, like your Twitter is growing, like all the other like social media platforms which are big in the crypto space. You attend the conferences, so you're here and they see you kind of like you create the hype and FOMO event on the crypto side, then basically, yeah, you're good. So that's why, you know, when we invest, right, when VCs invest in different like blockchain projects, they always analyze those two parts, right? Your like current business team, the business domain, and then see like how do you understand the way that the crypto market functions. So I guess that's it, guys, and hope it was helpful, and thank you so much.